They'll try to add another to their lead. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Hand off from the shotgun. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. The Tigers in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Hauls it in. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think
There he goes. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. He'll keep it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Offense lining up quickly. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers.
Tried to freeze him with the fake spike. Moves away as he feels pressure. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Sends it downfield. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Now the play fake. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Good disciplined defense on that play. It's 3rd and long, right? You're not going to bite on a play fake. Nobody's going for that. Everyone knows it's a passing situation, and they use their speed to get to the QB.
He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Start this drive at their own 48. Running back searching for a hole. Oh, the speed, the acceleration, the elusiveness, and he's down to the 43.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Trying play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Finding open areas. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody else.
Turning it on. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Got his man quickly. He gets into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion ties the game.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
He'll bring it out. It's the technique. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Using his legs, it's up. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the 1st quarter. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the 2nd quarter. First play of the period will be a 2nd down.
22 more.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. Sets up the screen. Crosses the 30. Still on his feet at the 45. And he's brought down after a huge completion. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend. defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense. The defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
The Sooners want to move quickly. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Now facing a 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd down, going up top. He'll try to do it himself. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
And that's the problem, man. You want to heat this guy up. You want to bring some pressure, but you see the other side of that coin. You bring pressure, he sees it, he can run, get the first down. This defense is kind of a pitch.
Got enough space. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And the Sooners, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll send the back in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. So the pop pass is busted up in the backfield for a loss. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4.
Use it now. Use it now.
Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Now sliding to his left. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. And the 3rd down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. Absolutely center cut. And with that, they've taken the lead. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Bringing it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking for room. It's Davidson. Not much there. Picks up a couple through the 22. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Slithers into space. Breaks into the open. He's got 50 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. This is a designed run. Still on his feet at the 40. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
You had the first down. You had it in your grasp. All you got to do is take care of the football, secure the football. You're trying to do everything you can to reach for it, scratch for it, claw for it, and then secure it. Don't lose it. Don't put it on the ground. Bad job by the offense securing the football.
Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Got it set up on the outside. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. The Sooners come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Blasted as he lets it go.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down.
Charcoal.
Trying to get it to the marker. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Here's the handoff. Running into the open space. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Off play action. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Caught in the backfield, it's Henry. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's what to catch a big fella.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll run the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
They try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Well, they haven't been able to get it done on 4th down so far today. They've missed on their first 2 attempts. Is the 3rd time the charm. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They're ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Tries to do it himself on the draw.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Might be changing the route. Wants to throw. It's Mateer. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he's got it inside the 25. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out of the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. Hold on just a second, guys. Flag on the play. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sooners will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Clemson is quick to the line. Wants to go up top. He's going to run it. Stumbled to the ground.
Well, I think you're seeing a lot of resiliency from this quarterback these last couple of plays. Got sacked on first down. It's second in California. And that last scramble, I know it didn't get the first, but it at least makes this third down a whole lot more manageable now. Let's see if he can make a play here and keep his offense on the field.
Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
That's the danger as a defense when you blitz this guy on third down. If you don't get him to the ground right away or someone's out of a gap, his scrambling ability can hurt you, and that's exactly what happened. He saw open field, he took off, and he was able to go get the first down.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Moore. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
The Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. From the red zone, looking for a space. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Clemson! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Lining up for the point after and the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Minnesota is on the ropes, and it's like they're looking at their corner and saying, no mas. The type of performance we're just not used to seeing in Minneapolis.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. Running to Green. Oh, he's got some space. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. And the Sooners head quickly to the line. He'll do it himself on the draw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense good.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
Backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. To the air, it's Klubnik. Here's a heat. Nice move there. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. The short hands, it's Moore. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
If they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man, oh man, their ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
There he goes. Oh, what a cut. The 10. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
All right, it's decision time. So when you got a guy that can take off and do that against you, you got to decide whether you need more fast guys on the field. Your defensive linemen have no shot. Your linebackers have very little chance of catching this quarterback because he's so special. You better put some more speed on the field.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. A first down run in the red zone. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, lead the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
And that hurts because second down, you got everything in front of you, the whole playbook open. Now you get a lost yardage play. Now it's third down. Now it puts those feet to the fire a little bit more. Now you better come up with something you really love in this area of the field.
Slams ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Rides to back and leaves it. He breaks a tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Dances away to buy time. He'll pull it down. breaks the tackle. Got a little space. And he scoops his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking to throw on first down. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Snagged in the middle. It's Gibson. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
Gonna take a shot. He's got it. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
After the score, they need this 2-point conversion to tie.
Here we go.
Wide receiver going in motion. To the air, it's Mateer. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking for a gap. It's Haynes. Turning it on! And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Receiver on the move, gets the touch pass. Creates a little space. Getting up close to midfield, gets it to the 48-yard line before being run out of bounds.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
They've got the screen set up. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. He's got it. Knocked off his feet.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. On that play.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Gives it on the option. Fighting off the defender.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
And the Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Motion from the wideout. On the move. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Brown. Breaks into the open. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? And by going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see them develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football. 3rd and 2, trying to be physical, trying to win the battle up front. Almost there, Palmer, just short, 4th and inches.
Yeah, and he was so disappointed he didn't pick up that first. He's looking over to the sidelines right now, asking for the ball again here on 4th.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
What a great stop by this defense. Way to bow your neck. Now you got a chance to give the offense the football back, go out, and try to make something happen late in this game, and maybe walk away with the victory.
They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Now they'll run it on the toss. Shows him the stiff arm. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. They're going to ride this running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They go to the ground. Stopped behind the line, and that's pretty much going to offset the gain on the previous play.
The name of the game right now is getting yards and getting them in chunks. However you want to do that. I'm fine running the football, but you've got to be more productive than what we've seen on these last 2 plays.
The offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you got to score, you got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost him.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Quick release on the RPO. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a dumb play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all three phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business and continue to stay above it.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
And this defense has had enough. They've been burned by this guy one too many times already in this game, and they've been trying to make the adjustments on the sideline and in the locker room, and finally they're able to get to him. And they did it because all 11 guys were on the same page. It wasn't just one guy trying to be a hero and get out of his gap. Everybody did their job, and they got him down for a big loss on that sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. To the air, it's Klubnik. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Clemson. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Sategna. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Not much doing there. Just picked up a couple before going out of bounds to stop the clock.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run. But that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds.
Lots of room to run. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Back to pass. It's Mateer. Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. The 40. And he's going to go down as time has run out. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got